The 182nd episode of Kuruluş Osman is expected to be a critical point in the saga, continuing the intricate web of political and personal conflicts that define the rise of Osman Bey. As the title suggests, this episode will likely explore the increasing prominence of Osman Bey, but also the mounting tensions surrounding him as he strives to establish a powerful, independent empire. While the show has been following a consistent narrative arc, this episode might take bold turns in the development of several key storylines. One of the central conflicts that viewers can anticipate is the relationship between Osman Bey and the Byzantine Empire. The show has already depicted the growing animosity between Osman and the Byzantine forces, especially the internal struggles within the empire as they try to maintain their dominance. In previous episodes, we have seen how Byzantine characters such as the treacherous commander or the manipulative spies have worked to undermine Osman's progress. Episode 182 could amplify these challenges, potentially showing the Byzantine leaders taking more drastic measures to weaken Osman's force. With the stakes being so high, this episode may explore how these tensions boil over, leading to new confrontation. Could this episode see the Byzantines using more insidious tactics against Osman? Is there a possibility that, after all the battles, alliances, and betrayals, the episode will feature a more subtle type of warfare, spying, assassination attempts, or even internal divisions among Osman's own ranks? These are questions we need to consider as we dive deeper into the plot. With Osman's ever-expanding influence, will the Byzantine leaders finally resort to desperate tactics, or will they seek a political solution, such as an alliance with rival Turkish tribes? The internal dynamics of Osman Bey's tribe will also play a significant role in this episode. Osman's struggle to keep control of his people, including his loyal followers and those questioning his leadership, has been an ongoing theme throughout the series. With the rise of Osman's power, we can expect new challenges from those who may feel threatened by his authority. This episode might highlight the increasing discontent or distrust among certain factions within Osman's inner circle. With tensions rising, could there be a coup within the tribe? Could any of Osman's closest allies betray him or even challenge his leadership for their own ambition? This is where the complexities of Kuruluş Osman truly shine. Each character's motivations are driven by personal ambitions, loyalty, and the overarching quest for power. While Osman's leadership has been relatively unchallenged so far, episode 182 may present the first serious threats from within his own ranks. Could someone like Osman Bey, who has been a loyal ally, be tempted by power and seek to challenge Osman? Or might the episode focus on another character, perhaps a more minor figure, whose ambitions will create an unexpected rift? The dynamic between Osman Bey and his family will also evolve further in this episode. His relationship with his father, Ertuğrul Bey, has always been one of respect and duty, but as Osman becomes more independent, there may be moments of tension between them. Osman is coming into his own as a leader, and his decisions could diverge from his father's traditional values. Could this episode highlight a pivotal moment in their father-son relationship? Is there room for disagreements over the direction Osman wants to take for his tribe, particularly as he begins to lay the foundation for the future Ottoman Empire? This development would certainly offer emotional depth to the narrative, showing Osman's growth as both a leader and a son. As episode 182 progresses, alliances will undoubtedly become a focal point. Osman Bey has always relied on strategic partnerships to strengthen his position, but as his power grows, these alliances may either solidify or fracture, presenting a crucial aspect of the episode's development. First, let's examine the ongoing relationship between Osman and the Kei tribe. While Osman's leadership has gained considerable support within the tribe, there have been moments of doubt, especially with other factions seeking to assert their power. This episode might showcase the growing influence of Osman's allies within the tribe and the delicate balance he must maintain to keep them loyal. Do we see a scenario where a faction within the Kei tribe begins to question Osman's methods, seeing his increasing power as a threat to their own influence? Additionally, there may be an exploration of external alliances that Osman could forge. The Seljuks, for example, have been depicted as a key player in Osman's rise to power, and it's likely that episode 182 will delve deeper into the complexities of this relationship. As the Seljuks face their own struggles, could they see Osman as an ally to solidify their position against external threats, or might they attempt to undermine him in favor of other interests? The changing political landscape will require Osman to navigate carefully, perhaps balancing diplomacy with direct confrontation. The rivalry with the Byzantine Empire will also be heightened in this episode. While the Byzantines have been portrayed as the primary external threat, It's possible that episode 182 will introduce new characters or forces that challenge Osman from unexpected places. Could there be new factions emerging from within the Byzantine ranks, perhaps a faction that sees Osman as a threat to their own power, causing a shift in their tactics? Or could this be the episode where Osman finally takes a more aggressive stance, launching a campaign that brings him into direct conflict with the Byzantine forces in a way that changes the course of history? We also have to consider the potential for alliances with other Turkish tribes. As Osman's influence expands, he may encounter leaders from neighboring tribes who could either support or oppose his rise. These interactions will be crucial in shaping Osman's path forward. Will he find common ground with these tribes and unite them under his banner? Or will his attempts at diplomacy fail, leading to a more aggressive approach? This episode might depict Osman's struggle to forge these alliances, highlighting both his diplomatic skills and his ability to fight for his vision. Another interesting dynamic could be the relationship between Osman and the external rulers, such as the Mongols, who have played a role in the show's broader geopolitical landscape. Could the Mongols make a significant appearance in this episode, further complicating Osman's efforts to build his empire? With the Mongols' expanding influence in the region, will Osman have to decide whether to confront them head-on or find a way to negotiate with them? The looming threat of the Mongols could add a layer of complexity to the episode, further testing Osman's leadership and decision-making. While the political and military conflicts remain central to Kuruluş Osman, the personal development of Osman Bey is equally crucial to the narrative. Episode 182 will likely continue to explore the emotional and psychological journey that Osman has undertaken throughout the series. As a young leader coming into his own, Osman faces not only external challenges but also inner struggles that test his character and shape his future. A significant theme that could emerge in this episode is Osman's evolving sense of identity. In earlier seasons, Osman was often portrayed as a son learning from his father, Kuruluş Bey. However, as Osman steps into his role as the central figure of the Ke tribe and the potential founder of an empire, we see him gradually shed the image of being Ertugrul's successor and take on a new, distinct persona. The complexities of this transition could come to a head in episode 182. How does Osman define himself when he no longer simply follows in his father's footsteps but must create his own path? This theme could be explored through internal monologues or pivotal conversations with his closest allies and family members. Osman's growth as a leader will likely be examined more closely in this episode. Throughout the series, he has proven himself capable of both strategy and diplomacy. However, as the pressures mount, episode 182 could challenge Osman to make difficult decisions that will impact the future of his tribe. How far is he willing to go in the pursuit of power? Will he be forced to make morally ambiguous choices to secure the survival of his people? This episode might showcase a defining moment where Osman is forced to weigh the cost of his ambitions against the well-being of those he loves. Could this be the episode where we see a darker side of Osman emerge as he navigates the complexities of leadership? The episode may also highlight Osman's relationships with those closest to him, Bomsi Bey, his wife Bala Hatun, and his family. While Osman has always been a man of honor, his personal relationships could be put to the test in this episode. Bomsi Bey, a loyal companion, has long been one of Osman's closest allies. However, with the growing tension between Osman and his rivals, there may be moments where Bomsi's loyalty is questioned, or where his own ambitions begin to surface. Could we see a scenario where Bomsi must make a difficult choice between loyalty to Osman and his own personal desire? If this happens, it could create emotional tension and add another layer of complexity to Osman's leadership journey. The role of Osman's wife, Bala Hatun, will also be crucial. Throughout the series, she has played a supportive yet strong role in Osman's life. However, as the stakes rise and Osman's leadership is challenged, Bala Hatun may face her own emotional turmoil. Will she continue to stand by Osman's side, or could she be torn between her loyalty to him and her own fears about the consequences of his growing power? This episode could explore the strain that power and responsibility place on their relationship. How does Bala Hatun view Osman's transformation? Is she proud of his achievements, or does she worry about the personal cost to him and their family?